So today I'm going to answer a question that I get often, and it's something that I've asked plenty of times to other vegans, and that is, would you ever date a non-vegan? So ideally, I would want to date a vegan girl, but there are so many other factors that I consider. It's just like having non-vegan friends. I'm still able to connect with them in many other ways than besides what we eat and the lifestyle that we live. But having a girlfriend or a boyfriend who eat meat is a little bit more complicated than having non-vegan friends. For example, it could be from small things like arguing where you're going to go out and eat, to more serious and more complicated issues such as how are you going to raise your children, what are your children going to eat. Totally can see a couple making it work despite their differences in diet and lifestyle and the way they live, but when you bring in kids and you're trying to raise them as best as you can to your knowledge, I can definitely see some tension between a vegan and a non-vegan. If I were to ever have children, they would eat vegan, a plant-based diet, without a doubt. And I hate to make that sound like I'm the authority in the relationship and it's my way or the highway, but I honestly would not even get to that point without having a consensus with my significant other that my children will grow up eating a plant-based diet. There's no way I could ever let my potential children eat the foods that are causing the nation's top deaths. It sounds harsh, but I think that children should be raised with proper nutrition and education. And so if another vegan has that same viewpoint as myself, I could definitely see there being some tension when you're trying to raise kids in a more serious relationship. And there's the question of whether I would even want to kiss a non-vegan girl. Call me crazy, but I find it so unattractive when someone just swallows a Chick-fil-A or an Oreo Blizzard. I just don't find it attractive. It's the same thing with me and smoking. It's not something that turns me on, and just kissing someone after they've eaten basically a dead animal or a secretion or whatever you want to call it, I just don't find it attractive. But seriously, being vegan is not the only thing that I look at. Let's say I find a pretty attractive vegan girl, we start dating, it really says nothing about who they are and what they aspire to do. And so to answer that question, I would really have to get to know that person a little bit better before I would even start dating them. And that's something that I think in general society lacks, is getting to know people a little bit better before jumping in to something they're going to regret later on. I used to be a person who despised vegans and would have never even thought of going vegan. But here I am on YouTube making videos about veganism. I like to think that there are more people out there who were in my shoes and, given the proper chance and the proper education, that they would embrace this lifestyle. So yeah, ideally I would love to meet the vegan girl of my dreams, but I would not deny someone because they're not vegan, because they very well could be vegan if you just give them a chance. Plus, there are so many other things to consider besides what they eat and the clothes that they wear and the products that they use. There's so much more to a person than whether or not they're just vegan. I'd love to hear more on this topic from my forever alone singles out there. Would you ever date a non-vegan? And if you do date a non-vegan, how is that for you and your significant other? And if they've gone vegan, what approaches have you taken? Let me know in the comment sections down below, and give this video a like if you found it helpful and enjoyed this discussion. Also subscribe for more videos on veganism and other fun topics. And if you guys have a specific topic that you'd like me to cover, post it in the comments down below or send it to me via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'd love to hear what you guys are curious about. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.